Welcome back. Up next, the Reno Huskies and their head coach, Dan Avancino, one of the assistant coaches of, as I said, the legend earlier, Ken Dalton, and he's kind of a mad scientist, thinks outside the box. This guy will do anything.
Yeah, if I'm Principal Chris Hackbush, I don't let him in the chem lab. You know, because he's a guy who does think out of the box. We saw a game a couple of years ago that we did that you look at film and you figure they're going to go with their pro set offense. He comes to the ball game, he has 9 guys in the offensive front, a quarterback and a running back, and they thought, well, he'd come out of that in a little bit. No, he ran it all game and he won. So with Dan Avancino, you never know what he's going to do. You have to be prepared for everything.
We caught up with Coach Avancino and the Huskies in the weight room. What do you think the strengths of this team will be?
I think for the first time in a while, we're actually going to be strong up front. I think we've really had to use smoke and mirrors the last few years to kind of hide some deficiencies up front. And for the first time, we've got some size, which will be a good thing for us.
We got big dudes this year, and they're willing to work really hard. So am I.
How much do you think this team's success is going to be measured in what you're doing in the offseason, in the classroom, in the weight room?
I think 100%. I think our evaluation process has really become year-round. We don't expect our football players to be year-round, particularly at Reno High School. We want our guys track, baseball, basketball. But in terms of being a good person, working hard in the classroom, lifting weights in the off-season, it's something where it's really going to help us out.
Tell me about the attitude of this team. I mean, what kind of guys do you have in this locker room?
Our team's a family. We've been together since SY failure, so probably since 7th, 6th grade. We've been playing together since we were little.
It's a very good family. We know each other pretty well, and we hang out outside of practice also.
The most important thing is the chemistry between those two classes. You know, and if we can get along and really get the fiber of a team, I think we're going to be solid.
We treat each other as brothers. Most of us are probably closer to teammates than we are to our actual blood brothers, and so that's how things work around here. I mean, that's how our bond works. That's how we're always strong and at work.
What would it be like for you guys to get to that next level, maybe bring home a league championship?
It'd be amazing. It'd probably be one of the best things that would ever happen in my life. It'd be good for everyone at this team and community. What
does this team need to do to get there?
We got to work hard either way, because a team doesn't need talent. They just need hard work.
So I'm happy with where we're at right now, and all I'm worried about is getting better each and every day.
So the Huskies last season 7-4 overall, 3-2 league play. They lost in the quarterfinals in a gritty game, 15-9 to Galena. He's got 40 players on his roster, 20 seniors, so a decent-sized senior class. But Coach Avancino told us it's going to be his bulk up front that wins for him.
He brought 2 big guys to talk to us for a reason. I mean, you heard him say in that package there that he's had to rely on the smoke and mirrors in the past, but he's got some beef up front this year. They think they can go right after people, run the football, really pound the rock, and really establish their team that way, as opposed to some of the trickeries in years past.
Now, JoJo, you know as well as anybody, more than anybody at this table, that football, it's won in the trenches. It's pushing guys around, and that's how you win games, especially at the high school level.
Well, yes. I mean, that's the only way that people like myself could enjoy some success. It always starts in the trenches, and the big guys up front, once they start taking control of the line of scrimmage, well, obviously that means success for that side of the ball. So Reno High School is one of those schools, as you mentioned. They've been on the rise for a couple of years, and I think that they're one of those teams on the bubble that could break to the top of the league this year.
See if the smoke and mirrors can break through this year and move on in the playoffs. Coming up next on Friday Night Rivals, our countdown to kickoff edition. We're going to talk with the head of the NIAA, Mr. Eddie Bonine will join us. That's coming up next.